I'm Tim Barkley with Charleston Home and Design Magazine, and we are here at the brand new addition at the Daniel Island Club inside the men's locker room. We're talking with the general manager of the Daniel Island Club, Greg Keating, and also Ken Bauer with Bauer International. How you doing, Greg? I'm
doing great.
Good. And how are you doing, Ken?
Good, thanks.
Terrific. Now, we're inside the men's locker room, as I mentioned, and Bauer International was responsible for fabricating all of these amazing lockers that you see, as well as providing the furnishings for these benches and several tables that are located throughout the men's locker room. Have I got that right?
Yeah, we've had the opportunity to create the locker room as well as the furnishings here.
Gotcha. Well, let's do a little background first, Greg, and have you tell our listeners, viewers, and readers about the Daniel Island Club, maybe about your background, that kind of thing.
Yeah, the Daniel Island Club is a private country club located on Daniel Island. We have approximately 800 members that have varying degrees of usage at the club. This new addition is the shining star for us right now as far as member satisfaction and helping us recruit new members to the club. It's just been a tremendous project for us, and this project was done during a very difficult time in the economy where most of the construction was done during 2008 for an April 2009 opening.
Gotcha. Well, Greg, what made you decide specifically to work with Bauer International?
Well, I've gotten to know Ken Bauer personally, as well as learn about the products that he has through the PGA of America as a preferred vendor. I'm also a PGA member, so I'm exposed to his work throughout the country in different events that I've attended. He's a local businessman. It was great for us to get an opportunity to work with a local vendor and have him affect this project in such a great way.
Tell us about the end result with choosing to go with Bauer's fixtures, the furnishings, the lockers, and everything.
Sure. Well, I mean, working with Ken and his company was great for us because, as you can see in this project, it's got a lot of special wood here, and it took a unique company to be able to see what vision we had and help us achieve that by matching the wood that he could produce in this mass quantity that we have here to match the high-end finishes that we have here at the club. And it was just we hit a home run working with him, and the project speaks for itself, as you can see.
How will this new addition to the Daniel Island Club impact you folks on maybe perhaps bringing in more members, more sales for you folks, increased profits, that sort of thing?
Well, it's critical for us as a real estate development. Recruiting new members is paramount in our business, as well as attracting new members and possibly new real estate purchasers throughout the region and some of our feeder markets in the Northeast and things like this. This locker room is as good as any in the country, and certainly will hopefully get Daniel Island Club on the map to have some of the best facilities, certainly in the Southeast, but I think across the country.
That's terrific. Well, anything else you'd like to add about what it was like to work with Bauer International?
As I said, I couldn't be happier. I'd recommend Ken and his team to anybody. He delivered. He was timely. We never had any problems with anything that we need, and he worked very well with our general contractor to hit all of our deadlines.
About how long did the project take from start to finish?
This project was fairly lengthy. It was about 14 months all in from once we put shovels in the ground and got started. And Ken was involved pretty much from day one because part of what he was bringing to the table had to get back to the architects and the design to match heights and things like this. So I think we had a sample locker in our main part of our clubhouse for the better part of 12 months of the project.
Great. Well,
Thank you.
Thank you.
Well, Ken, now we're going to kind of get into some more specifics about the lockers themselves, the furnishings, and so forth. So let's actually head over to one of the lockers, and we can take a look at what it looks like inside. Okay, Ken. Tell us everything about these beautiful lockers here at the Daniel Island Club.
Oh, basically these lockers are all made out of recycled mahogany, and kind of our forte is recreating the golden age of golf. As Greg was saying, that the attention to detail and the workmanship is indicative to such a wonderful club. We have brass accents as well as the louvers, which are proper louvers that have the breathing capabilities. One great feature here that Greg designed is the ability to have a plug in the back which could charge your iPad or your iPhone, etc. Additionally, we have a little drawer here that basically is there for your wallet, etc. But as you see, everything in the interior is made out of mahogany, solids and veneers, and all the attention to the detail of the hooks are obvious.
What kinds of challenges did you encounter as it relates to this project?
I mean, it wasn't really a matter of challenge, but it was the best aspect of the project was the creativity that working with Greg and myself and the design team to recreate this locker room utilizing the different woods. The tops are Pecky cypress, and we have the recycled mahogany. So I wouldn't say it was a challenge, but it was an adventure in creativity.
Right, because if we can pan up here, we've got pine beams here in the ceiling, and then above the lockers, this is cypress wood for these panels, and then we've got the recycled mahogany below, and it looks quite seamless. Did that happen on the first try, or were there some?
So it was a give and take. We made several samples to achieve the correct match. But with the wood, wood is a natural product. Obviously, it has the knots and the distressing. So it was a good challenge to have. But I think it came out well.
Terrific, and Bauer International is by the name of your company. You're an international company. You travel overseas quite a bit. Is that right?
Yes, sir. Yeah, I can say I've been probably to about 100 countries around the world. We manufacture mostly in Asia and parts of Europe, but we've had the opportunity to work with some of the most special properties around the world, from Doonbeg in Ireland to the Daniel Island Club here in Charleston. So it's been an exciting adventure.
And Bauer International is also involved with the Family Circle Cup as well.
Yes, yeah, we've been a sponsor from the very beginning, about 10 years since it moved from Hilton Head, and that's been a great, as a local businessman, to be involved in the Daniel Island community has been fantastic.
And so Bauer International has resources around the world to not just buy furnishings, but to actually fabricate product, and that's what was the case here at the Daniel Island Club.
Exactly. What Bauer International offers is a vertically integrated from design to manufacture, utilizing some of the best raw materials around the world. We've been able to achieve something of this caliber, and that's really kind of our forte.
Okay, we're not going. I don't think we're going to step into the women's locker room, but I would guess that the women's locker room is just as nice as the men's.
Most certainly it is. Just a little bit different touches, but it does combine the Pecky cypress, the same lockers that Ken provided here, in addition to with a little bit of softer side on the fabric material for the ladies. And we finished that project early this year to rave reviews. The members here are very, very happy with what we produced for them, focusing on more what they wanted as far as what the locker room could be for them. Some of those things included just private suites that include everything that they would need before they go into dinner or something like that. Great project.
Awesome. That's great. That sounds terrific. Well, let's head on over to the pro shop then and take a look at what Bauer International did over there.
Absolutely.
Okay, now we're at the inside the pro shop at the Daniel Island Club, and Greg, tell us about this new pro shop.
Well, obviously you can see there's a beautiful facility in here. This is roughly about 1,500 square feet of display space, which was not something we had in the past before we did this project. And again, right into Bauer International's forte. This is where I started to get to know about their company, was in their ability to make a very high-end pro shop that is user-friendly for the golf professional staff, as well as appealing to the members to hopefully do some purchasing here in the shop.
Terrific. And Ken, I understand that Bauer International specializes in creating pro shops for golf courses around the world.
Yeah, one of our fortes is actually working with the owners, the general managers, and the pros like Greg, and basically trying to create a aesthetic environment that really generates sales. You know, it's I think that the pro shop is basically it's a continuation of their brand. It's the first thing that a golfer sees when they come into the club, and usually the last if they're playing golf. And so I think it's very important, and it's a very interesting part of our business.
Great. Well, tell our viewers, readers, and listeners what was Bauer International's role in creating the pro shop here.
Basically, from working with Greg, basically from the design of the layout, the way the fixtures looked and felt, to the space planning of the shop, as well as the finishing.
Okay, and then as far as actual fixtures, what fixtures did Bauer International provide?
Actually, everything that's in this shop, from the wall units to the tables to the chairs, the TV unit, four ways, hang folds, etc.
And were there any particular challenges that you had to overcome with creating this beautiful pro shop here at Daniel Island Club?
I guess what it is working with Greg and the pros and basically finding a floor pattern that basically maximizes the sales in their shop.
Well, good. Well, Greg, anything else you'd like to add about the experience of working with Bauer International on the new edition at the Daniel Island Club?
I can only say what I've said before. It was truly a pleasure working with Ken and his team to make this project come together over a fairly lengthy design process and ultimately a construction process of getting this built over 12 months of just construction alone. So it was great. I highly recommend them.
Terrific. And Ken, we've been kind of concentrating on obviously the Daniel Island Club today, but Bauer International has a lot of other options as far as furnishings for homeowners. Can you kind of describe that a bit?
Yeah, basically our company is basically broken up to three different divisions. The finishing, actually the golf shop division, Bauer Golf Works. We have a hospitality division that does the interiors of hotels and restaurants, as well as a division in Charleston, South Carolina called Island House. And Island House is a freestanding 10,000 square foot store located in Daniel Island, Clements Ferry Road, that basically has everything for your home, from sofas to couches to armoires, etc.
That's terrific. Well, how about give some contact information for the Daniel Island Club, Greg, and then we'll get some contact information for Bauer International as well.
Sure. To get information about the club, 843-971-3555 is our main phone number, or you can send an email to info@danielislandclub.com.
And that website?
Is danielislandclub.com.
Terrific. And how about for Bauer International?
Yeah, our telephone number is 884-4007. We have a website, www.bauerinternational.com, or bauersales@bauerinternational.com.
And where's that the specific address for that your retail location?
It's 414 Jessen Lane on Clements Ferry Road on Daniel Island.
Okay, terrific. Well, we have been talking with Greg Keating, the general manager of the Daniel Island Club, as well as Ken Bauer with Bauer International. And thank you so much for inviting us into the Daniel Island Club to see this brand new edition.
Thank you very much for coming. We were glad to have you.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, Greg.
My